In pop music, one of the most basic and effective ways to mark a 4-beat cyclic structure is through a drum technique called 4 on the floor. Generally understood to have been invented, or at least popularized by the 1970s Philly soul drummer Earl Young, 4 on the floor has a strong bassy groove that's great for dancing. Now, a drum kit player has several different types of drums, cymbals, and other percussion instruments set up all around her. But the one that sits directly on the floor and is played by a special foot pedal is called the bass drum. So here's Earl Young explaining how he uses his bass drum in 4 on the floor and the impetus behind it, the feeling he was going for when he developed the style.
Since Motown uses the heartbeat, I said I'm going to develop a sound of our own, and this is how basic the disco thing got started. I said.
So 4 on the floor gives music a really bassy, driving sound because the bass drum plays every beat, and it really makes you want to dance. Listen to this song from Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, which was where Young really showcased 4 on the floor for the first time in a commercial album. You hear a little bit of the song before the rhythm comes in, and I want you to keep the beat, and then feel how much its quality changes when he starts playing 4 on the floor. Yep. So it's pretty mellow. Way less mellow all of a sudden. Now, 4 on the floor became a staple in disco music through the 1970s, but it also gets used in tons of other genres of music. So here's the theme song for a Japanese anime show from the early 2000s. It starts with a slow, relaxed 4, then there will be a little pause, then a riff on the snare drum, and then it comes in with a fast driving 4 on the floor. About 10 seconds later, the bass drum does a kind of groovy other rhythm just before the singer comes in, and then goes back to the 4 on the floor. And this return really feels like a doubling down. It amps up the energy again. So try to conduct all the way through, feeling that new groove and tempo after the break, jumping back in as fast as you can. I'm going to wait a little bit before joining you to see if you can get it yourself. So, start slow. Here comes the break. So there's the 4 on the floor. Hear that really driving? Now, 4 on the floor doesn't always have to be fast and driving like that. It can give a sort of deep metric rootedness in slower music too, and it's used in a lot of reggae for that reason. So listen and conduct this great Bob Marley tune and see how different 4 on the floor feels in this slower context. Tempo really affects rhythm, groove, and our perception of them. Still driving, but in a really different way.
Every day and every night we'll be together.
But reggae often does actually a different kind of thing with the 4-beat metric structure. One really iconic reggae drum beat is something called the 1-drop rhythm. Instead of strongly emphasizing beat 1, which we usually expect in pop music at the very least, the drummer hits the bass drum just on beat 3. So the 1 is dropped, hence the name of this pattern. So let's conduct and count that pattern, just saying the 3 out loud. So regular 4-beat pattern, but now just saying the 3. 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Okay, and now a little coordination challenge. I want you to conduct and then gesture the 3 with the other hand, like you were hitting a drum with it. It's okay if you can't get this right away, but give it a shot. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. Good. So here's another Bob Marley song. It starts with pretty light percussion, and then as the lyrics start, the drummer comes in with this 1-drop rhythm, just emphasizing the 3 with the bass drum. After a little bit, it's going to shift into a fuller bass line, which is also supported by 4 on the floor. So as you listen, I want you to conduct and try to hear and gesture through all those different changes in the percussion. It's pretty mellow. Here comes 1-drop. Now you hear how the bass line is way more driving? And so the bass drum is supporting that.